Hi, all you SPMEs out there. Today's video has 3 points that we're going to hit, and you're going to want to stick around because the third point is a secret as to why your ebook pricing matters so much. Now, let's get into it. The video today is what is the best pricing for ebooks? This is a very common question for authors who are first getting started. You've created your book. We've got it, like I advise people, to get your book onto the KDP platform, so the Kindle version of your book is out. But what price should you sell your ebook at? And this is all too common that people make a huge mistake, usually by charging too high of a price or too low of a price. You're continually self-doubting. You're thinking maybe the pricing is off completely, and you want to make sure that you're not making a mistake when it comes to pricing because it does matter so much. And that is what we're going to hit in today's video. This is Chris Baird from selfpublishingmadeeasynow.com, where self-publishing doesn't have to be so hard. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like for me to make more videos like this one, and check out below in the description to grab a copy of my completely free self-publishing checklist to make sure that you are not skipping any of the steps to get your book selling right away. So let's get into it. Well, a little bit from my own story. When I first got started selling books, I had no idea about pricing and how pricing strategy in its own right is a huge science. There's all sorts of psychology. I thought pricing was just what you pick a price based on the value of the thing you have, and then people will pay that price. I was completely mistaken on how this game goes, because the fact is your pricing itself impacts what people feel the value of your thing is. Have you ever walked into a store and you see they have different things on different shelves and it's 3 different prices and you think, wow, that's too low or that's too high. Maybe in the middle would be the right one for you. Little do you know they're playing psychological games with your head at that moment, because the pricing makes us feel there's more value, because otherwise, why would you charge more? And if something is really cheap, well, why would it be so cheap if it's actually worth so much? So pricing plays a big role, and that was something that I began to understand as I began reading books on sales and marketing. The next thing I understood was that Amazon, it forces the pricing on your books to $2.99 to $9.99 as a result, if you wish to get 70% rate, which you should be going for. And they're doing it because they see on their end, they get more sales when the pricing is right inside of this Goldilocks zone for your books. Now, if you want to go really high on your prices, you will stop making as much money. We could be making 30% if it's too low or too high. But if you're in this zone, you will get 70%, which is a fantastic amount of money coming from each and every sale. And by doing so, Amazon is able to actually tell people, this is the price we want you to sell your book at. So I fumbled on pricing, going way too low. I didn't see enough sales, so I dropped the price. Little did I know I was signaling that my book isn't worth much, and any sales I did get would cut my ability to run ads against it, since I would have less money coming in. So the price that we sell something at will directly impact how much money we have to reinvest to both produce more of those products and services, and also to make sure that we have money to pay for ads to find new readers for our books. And so this is something also that must be considered when choosing the correct pricing strategy. Now, the thing is, I learned that pricing is extremely important, and that the goal is max earnings and not necessarily max number of sales of the book, unless we're getting emails from the book, like a lead generation. That is where we're getting people to subscribe for something free in order to get the email address where we can continue marketing to them. In reality, when we say marketing to them, we're just giving them more of what they already want. We want to establish a relationship with our readers so that they will leave reviews for us, and that they will also purchase our books and tell other people about the quality that they're getting and then the problems that your books are solving. So, or entertainment that they're getting from the books, one way or the other. But this is very powerful, and that would be one reason we might go for a lower price to increase the total number of sales. But generally, we're looking to see the price at which we're going to maximize our earnings per book. So, what is the best pricing for ebooks? This one is pretty straightforward. Your starting price should be $2.99, and translate that into euros or whatever it is, but $2.99. And then for each additional title that we have, we're going to have one additional dollar. So if you have a bundle of 2 books together, that would go for $3.99, and a book of 3 books would be $4.99. Does that make sense? And so we slowly raise the price based upon the number of bundles. However, we generally leave the price there for our ebooks. You can try testing, and some people have found great success at raising the prices. So if you see a lot of sales coming through at the lower prices, you might raise the prices and see what impact that has on sales. For some people, they see that their earnings start to go up. So playing around a little bit can be helpful. I personally do not do that. I just leave the prices at the base price. And that brings us to our secret answer of the day, which explains why I do this. And our secret answer of the day, it's that the main reason for your ebooks is to drive traffic to your paperbacks. For most people that I know, the paperbacks earn twice as much money as the ebooks, and as a result, we are using the ebooks to initially pull people in, and it shows us slash through and the markdown to show that the ebooks are 80% off. So our paperback books are making us $5 a piece and plus $1 for each additional copy, so $5 in royalties, and you figure out the math, whatever that is. So maybe your book is $11.99, for example, or $12.99, and then we're making a $5 profit on each one. And our ebooks then are slashed down at whatever it might be, 50 or 20% off of that, or 80% off, something along those lines. And that just pulls people in saying, wow, there's a markdown. But then they see the paperback and it starts to get them in going. So the ebook initially attracts them in, but then they think, well, why don't I just, since I really want to read this book, you have really good sales copy on your description. The cover is fantastic. And they're thinking, I really love to have that in my hands. And so they buy the paperback. So the ebook is leading and pushing that traffic to the paperback, where we double the amount of money that we're making on the books that we're selling. And so this is the reason why you're pricing on your ebooks. But at the same time, we want to make sure we never ever move outside that 70% range. So no matter how many books you have in your bundle, we never ever will go below $9.99 for the book, because we want to ensure we get that 70%. And so that's a little bit about the pricing. But I'd like to know from you now, so you could help me out by telling me, what price do you sell your ebooks at? Let me know below in the comments, and check up above me here for more video answers to your self-publishing questions. Thanks.